Today we're going to talk about weed, formerly known as cannabis.
Cannabis is a tall plant with a stiff, upright stem, divided serrated leaves, and granulated hairs. It is used to produce hemp fiber and as a psychotropic drug. 29 states, plus the District of Columbia, have now made marijuana available for medical and, in some states, recreational purposes.
There have been huge debates about whether weed or alcohol is safer. The pros of drinking alcohol is it can lower your risk of cardiovascular disease, it can lengthen your life, it can improve your libido, it helps prevent against the common cold, it can decrease chances of developing dementia, it can reduce the risk of gallstones, and lower the chances of diabetes. The cons of drinking is cardiovascular disease, liver disease, respiratory infection, cancer, nerve damage, and ulcers. I don't know about you, but I'd like to keep my liver where it's at.
The pleasurable effects of alcohol are undeniable. It makes it easy to forget about the negative effects, which are slowed reflexes, reduced coordination, warped thinking, poor judgment, impaired memory, impaired motor functions, and plenty more impairments.
The pros of smoking weed is slow and stop cancer cells from spreading, prevent Alzheimer's, treat glaucoma, relieve arthritis, control epileptic seizures, ease the pain of multiple sclerosis, soothe tremors from people with Parkinson's disease, help with Crohn's disease, decrease anxiety, reduce severe pain and nausea from chemo, and stimulates appetite. I don't know about you, but this sounds like a miracle drug. The cons of smoking weed is trouble thinking and remembering, bloodshot eyes, dry mouth, or also known as cotton mouth, increased appetite, which is called the munchies, fast heart rate, and slowed coordination. We decided to take our research onto the streets and interviewed a couple of kids around our college, and here's what they had to say. What do you think is safer, weed or alcohol?
I don't like the fact that people can maybe use weed, so I'm going to go with alcohol.
Do you think weed or alcohol is safer, and why?
Definitely weed. It just makes you zone out and forget about things, and it's just safer overall, I guess.
And how do you know this?
Mind your business.
We're here with
Marcia Sexton. I'm with the library.
and we want to know, what do you think is safer, weed or alcohol?
Probably weed, because more people are killed by drunk drivers than people who are high on pot.
Okay, so I'm here with,
Jack?
and which do you think is safer, weed or alcohol?
I would have to say weed from my experience of having friends that have smoked. I can't say that they've had any hangovers from weed. I can't say that anyone's blacked out and gotten sick from weed. But with alcohol, that's definitely something that has happened before.
Hi, we're here with
Marco Sampson.
Awesome. And we want to know, what do you think is safer, weed or alcohol?
In my opinion, I think weed is.
Why?
Because alcohol, when I drink alcohol, I'm 21, so when I drink alcohol, I get my mind's a little all over the place. But for weed, I'm more calm and I think I'm more focused sometimes.
We're here with
Zachary Kaye.
Okay. And we want to know, what do you think is safer, weed or alcohol?
I'd say definitely weed. Mainly because just looking at it statistically, there's been a lot more cases of deaths. There's actually 0 cases of deaths for marijuana, and it's just a lot safer to use as long as you use it in regulation and pay attention and be safe like always.
Hi, so I'm here with
Katie.
and
Emily.
so what do you think is better, weed or alcohol?
Better or safer?
Yeah,
Safer.
I think weed is safer.
Yeah, I think weed is way safer. Yeah.
Why?
Because it's not addicting, mostly.
Literally cannot overdose on it, and so many people have died from alcohol poisoning, but nobody's died of marijuana poisoning.
We're here with
Emily.
Jamie.
and we want to know, what do you think is safer, weed or alcohol?
I think weed is.
Weed.
I think weed is safer just because it's helped a lot of people get better, and a lot of people use it for health issues, and alcohol only damages your body.
And you hear in the news all the time people dying due to drinking and driving, but you never hear about that about weed. So yeah, and also alcohol destroys your insides.
We're here with
Natalie.
Ryan.
what do you think is safer, weed or alcohol?
Weed is definitely safer because it has medical benefits, proven, and
alcohol deteriorates the inside of your body.
That was my answer. I have to say also that weed is safer because there have been, like she said, medical benefits proven to, and a lot of people are treated with weed as well as like people use it for enjoyment. But alcohol is used and it stimulates your brain less than weed does. And even though people say that weed kills brain cells, it actually your brain develops the brain cells 10 times at a rate as they deteriorate. So weed being beneficial where alcohol only destroys your body's insides.
All right, so what do you think is safer, weed or alcohol?
I don't know because I don't think we have enough clinical information yet about toxicity levels. But so, for example, if you're driving a car, you can be charged with DUI under pretty set circumstances. There are two types of offenses: blowing over, where there's a prescribed level, and the other is being impaired even though you might not blow over because you can't do the field test, the sobriety test. You don't have similar standards yet for marijuana and the effect of THC on the average person. But it's a tough question in another way, because the best thing you can say about something is it's not as bad as alcohol. Alcohol costs the United States billions of dollars a year in lost productivity, increased mental and physical disability. So I think you have to find a better reason for deciding to legalize something that you've otherwise criminalized than to say it's not as bad as some other things which are terrible.
Well, there you have it. The majority of people in this video chose weed to be the safer option than alcohol. We want to know what you think is safer, weed or alcohol. Let us know.